Three things never come back: time, words, and opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time. Choose your words wisely and never miss an opportunity. If they speak ill of you behind your back, it means you are ahead of them. We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. The downfall of men is that they neglect their own fields while tending to the fields of others. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but only one in victory. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We put more effort into convincing others that we are happy than into truly being happy ourselves. A healthy man wants 1,000 things, but a sick man wants only one. Work on clearing your thoughts. If you eliminate bad thoughts, bad deeds will not follow. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. Learn as if you are always lacking knowledge and fear losing the knowledge you have gained. Do not criticize the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. If you hold hatred in your heart, you have already been defeated. It is more shameful to distrust a friend than to be deceived by one. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. He who flatters a man is his enemy. He who tells him his faults is his true guide. To see what is right and not act on it is the worst form of cowardice. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. The person who attempts to walk 2 roads at once will get nowhere. He who is content with what he has is truly rich. A noble person uses things, a lesser man is used by things. A true leader leads by example, not by force. Even the finest sword will rust if plunged into salt water for too long. Man's nature is inclined toward evil. Goodness is the result of conscious effort. In the midst of chaos, there is always an opportunity. To lead people, walk among them. When anger rises, think of the consequences. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Free yourself from the desire to possess. The funniest people are often the saddest ones. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. The weak can overcome the hard and the strong. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. In doing so, you can control your opponent's fate. True words are not always pleasant, and pleasant words are not always true. What the ancients called a clever fighter is not just one who wins, but one who excels in winning with ease. Live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoner. People in ancient times did not speak much. They considered it shameful if they could not uphold their own words. You have to believe in yourself. Nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. He who believes he has all the answers has not yet asked all the questions. If the mind is willing, the body can endure almost anything. Watch your thoughts, for they will become your words. Watch your words, for they will become your actions. Watch your actions, for they will become your habits. Watch your habits, for they will shape your character. Watch your character, for it will determine your destiny. Great results can be achieved with small efforts. The wise man avoids all extremes. Great is the man who has not lost his childlike heart. We Accept advice in drops, but give it out in buckets. Ponder and deliberate before you take action. When people know too much, they become difficult to govern. If what you have to say is not better than silence, then remain silent. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without fighting. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Do not do to others what you would not want done to yourself. The wheels of justice turn slowly, but they grind exceedingly fine. From the moment of birth, man begins to die. Study the past if you wish to define the future. It is easy to love your friends, but the hardest lesson is to learn to love your enemy. Knowledge is the treasure, and practice is the key to unlocking it. You can only overcome bad habits today, not tomorrow. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. You cannot trust a man who has nothing to lose. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is still small. Whoever talks too much often fails. Life is truly simple, but we insist on making it complicated. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will be weak everywhere. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Resisting them only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they wish. Think of tomorrow, for the past cannot be mended. An enemy is just a friend who knows too much about you. Victory over others gives strength. Victory over oneself gives fearlessness. Give a man a bowl of rice and you will feed him for a day. Teach him to grow his own rice and you will sustain him for life. Disorder arises from order, fear arises from courage, and weakness arises from strength. Do not seek and you will find. Seek too eagerly and you will lose. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. A skilled artist does not change his methods for an unskilled workman. Beware of sugar mixed with poison. Beware of the fly that has sat on a dead snake. A man dies easily when his will to live is too strong. He who does not know the evils of war cannot truly appreciate the value of peace. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. A noble person blames himself, while a lesser person blames others. Just as water has no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will become dull. Friends are the siblings that fate never gave us. It is better to light a single candle than to curse the darkness. Every creature with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when attacked. The one who knows but pretends not to is wise. The one who lacks knowledge but pretends to know is a fool. Tell me and I will forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I will understand. If you care too much about what others think, you will always be their prisoner. Accomplishing something is like digging a well. You may dig 70 feet, but if you don't reach water, it is just an abandoned hole. Even a loss can turn into a profit, and a profit can turn into a loss. The sense of right and wrong is the beginning of wisdom. There is no greater crime than having too many desires. There is no greater disaster than a lack of contentment. There is no greater misfortune than being consumed by greed. Attack the evil within yourself rather than attacking the evil in others. Be mindful of your thoughts, for they are the beginning of all actions. To complain about an unpleasant situation is to double the pain. To laugh at it is to destroy it. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them. We learn wisdom in three ways. First, through reflection, which is the noblest. We learn wisdom in three ways. First, by reflection, which is the noblest. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words always true. People are often distressed by their inability to accomplish something. The real problem, however, is that they simply do not try. You are controlled by the one who can make you angry. Be content with what you have and rejoice in the way things are. When you realize that nothing is truly lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Roads are meant for journeys, not just destinations. Never say never, because time moves quickly and nothing stays the same. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. We gain by losing and we lose by gaining. No matter how busy you are, you must find time for reading or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. When I let go of who I am, I become who I can be. Happiness is when you are understood. Great happiness is when you are loved. True happiness is when you love. Temperance is the first step of virtue, the foundation of moral perfection. Sometimes we see a lot, yet we fail to notice the most important things. The snow goose does not need to bathe to make itself white. Likewise, you need only to be yourself. A wise man is one who knows what he does not know. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. If you lack faith, existence itself does not believe in you. What seems evil to one person at one time may become good to another at a different time. I have just three things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength. Loving someone deeply gives you courage. The way is close, yet men seek it far away. It is found in simple things, yet men look for it in difficulties. New beginnings often come disguised as painful endings. Forget injuries, but never forget kindness. Long periods without physical intimacy can turn a person into a neurotic. By staying true to yourself without comparing or competing, you will earn universal respect. If someone tries to offend you deeply, it will harm them even more. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A great man focuses on what truly matters and disregards the insignificant. He acts with integrity but does not rely on laws alone. Do not worry that no one knows you. Seek to become someone worth knowing. If you are not afraid of death, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The superior man speaks modestly, but his actions speak volumes. Whoever rushes into business for quick results achieves nothing. But he who carefully completes his work from start to finish will never fail. The man who asks a question is a fool for a moment. The man who does not ask remains a fool for life. The less you engage in intimacy, the less you crave it. Truth spoken before its time is always dangerous. When true virtue is lost, goodness takes its place. When goodness fades, justice arises. When justice weakens, only decency remains. But the rules of decency are only an illusion of truth. The beginning of all disorder. Without dull and determined effort, there can be no brilliant success. To recognize your own insignificance is the beginning of true strength. Friendship is one mind in two bodies. He who understands limits finds contentment in his position. Excessive pride leads to a man's downfall. Sometimes yielding is the key to victory. And sometimes staying humble leads you to triumph. The unwilling soul sees what is hidden, while the ever-wanting soul sees only what it desires. There is beauty in everything, but not everyone has the eyes to see it. The path of truth is like a great road. It is not difficult to find, yet the real problem is that people do not seek it. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being shameless is the worst kind of shame. Be flexible and you will remain unbroken. Be empty and you will stay whole. Be worn out and you will always be renewed. The man who chases two rabbits catches neither. Health is the greatest wealth. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest companion. A trail through the mountains, when walked often, becomes a path. But if left unused, it is quickly swallowed by the grass. It is easy to hate and difficult to love. That is the nature of life. All good things require effort, while bad things come effortlessly. The whole being knows without needing to learn, sees without needing to look, and achieves without needing to force. Learning without thought is wasted effort. Thinking without learning is dangerous. Treat others the way you wish to be treated. This is the shortest path to kindness. Success can be as dangerous as failure. Hope can be as hollow as fear. Those with true morality do not consider themselves moral. That is why they possess the highest virtue. Making a mistake and not correcting it, that is the true mistake. A wise leader who wants to be above people humbles himself below them. If he wants to lead them, he puts himself behind them. The one who offends you takes away your negative energy and gives you his own. A good man is a bad man's teacher. A bad man is a good man's lesson. Learn as if you have not yet reached your goal. Study as if you fear falling behind. If you remain alone for long enough, you will learn to embrace solitude. You will never know your strength if you are afraid to be alone. You cannot open a book without learning something new.